Namaste everybody, this is your Dr. Sargam Soni. Thank you so much for such an overwhelming response to all my videos, be it education, be it information, be it workout. So today I'm going to discuss a very common problem, which is the weight management problem, specifically weight loss. Today we're going to talk about the common mistakes that we do in weight loss, the common myths associated with weight loss, what are the harmful effects of obesity, and what are the common basic lifestyle changes that we can do on a daily basis so that it just helps us aid in our weight loss. So let's start today with the commonest mistakes that we do during weight loss. So when we decide that we need to lose weight, we need to burn fat, the people who routinely fail to achieve their goals are the ones who start with, I will do it from Monday onwards, or maybe I'll start from the first of the next month, or maybe it might be my New Year resolution and I'm going to start from the next year onwards. They just go on crash diets completely, they go on cutting their carbs completely, they go on starving diets completely, they take a resort to all the pills and stuff available, quick methods of losing weight without even thinking what harmful effect they might have on the body. They are sure and they claim to be very perfectly knowing how accurate they are in their diet. They believe that only and only exercises help in burning fat, and eventually when nothing works they blame it on their slow metabolism. So these are the people who often tend to fail in achieving their weight loss. Now, what are the types of people who succeed in achieving weight loss? Is one, they decide that the time is now. The moment they decide they want to take charge of their body, they decide that let me do it right away. They do not postpone giving excuses, any sort of excuses. They eat healthy, they make healthy choices, they are open to advices, they are open to learning about their health. They know that only exercises don't work. Exercises along with diet plays a very important part in helping them to lose fat or lose weight. And they know that the main factor is you have to burn more calories than you eat. As we say, the expenses have to be more than the income when it comes to food and weight. So let's discuss about the common myths associated with weight loss. I have made a couple of pointers about the points that I'm supposed to talk to you so that I don't tend to miss on any important point which can be useful to you as a non-medico. So the commonest myths that people are associated with when it comes to weight loss is, first myth is you have to cut down on carbs completely. Now I want you to know that our brain uses glucose as its source of energy. It does not store glucose, but it needs and utilizes glucose as its source of energies. So whatever carbohydrates we consume in our body, that is converted to glucose, it is broken down and through our bloodstream it goes into the brain nerve cells, and there it's utilized as a source of energy. So if you cut down on your carbs, if you cut down on your carbohydrates drastically, you are eventually decreasing the brain's source of energy. So that will make you a little lethargic. We don't want that. So cutting down carbs completely is absolutely a myth, and it is not a healthy choice to be incorporated at all in case if you need to lose weight or even maintain the weight that you are having or you have lost. Second important myth that people are associated with is starving for innumerable amount of time to lose weight. People go on crash diets and keep themselves starving even if they are not able to sustain it. You know, it's like mental torture and physical torture for your body. Your body is not going to take it. One, because it is too hard to maintain. It is not a sustainable diet. Starving is not something that you can do for the rest of your life. What when you achieve your target goal by starving? You will have to drop down to a diet which is sustainable over a period of days, over a period of months, over the period of rest of your lifestyle. So complete starving, crash starving is absolutely not advisable. And what happens is if you go on starving for a very long amount of time, your body's energy levels drop. As a result of which, then when you feel hungry, you tend to overeat. You would need high fat and a high carbohydrate diet to get that energy back into your body for the regular functioning of your body cells. So complete starving will help you to lose weight. That is a complete myth and it is not advisable at all. Third common myth is that you need to do some extreme radical exercises to lose weight. No, that is again a complete myth. I want you to know that 80% of our body is made in the kitchen. So 80% of what you are is what you actually eat. And the quality of food that you eat is much more important than the quantity of food that you eat. You can start with doing physical activities like yoga. You have brisk walking, jogging, cycling, running, swimming. You can do jump ropes, which is one of my personal favorite workouts. And in case if you have to lose certain specific amount of weight, or maybe you are into the category which is highly obese and needs to lose extra weight, then start gradually with doing some easy going exercises like I mentioned, and then you can go to advanced exercises like your TRX, your weight training, CrossFit, high intensity interval training, which is known as HIIT. You can do your boot camp. So these will pump up your cardio, increase the endurance, increase your flexibility, and then they will eventually help you in weight loss. I want you to know that please go easy on yourself when it comes to weight loss and maintenance of weight. Love your body, because it wants you to love it back. That's the only place you live in, right? So please do not go into some extreme radical exercises knowing that you're going to quickly lose weight. It won't be sustainable. You will get exhausted and eventually you will give up. Second other important myth is that all healthy foods are costly. No, that is a myth. Now I tell all my patients that the healthiest food is the one that is made by our ma, our nani and dadi. They are used to incorporating healthy fat in the form of ghee in our diet. So please, don't think that healthy foods are costly. In case if you can't afford a protein powder, which I personally do not use anything which is processed or artificially flavored or sweetened or anything. Sattu, as I said, you can go to my Instagram bio. You can check how do we make a sattu. It is like a beautiful protein drink. It is such an amazing drink and it is cheap again. So we have healthy food in our kitchens which is absolutely reasonable and it is absolutely not costly. You can start including your pulses, you can start including nuts in your diet. So these are all healthy foods. So not all healthy foods are costly. Please get that myth out of your head. Majority of the healthy food is present in our kitchen. Learn to eat desi. As I always tell my patient, जो नानी दादी और माँ देती है वो हमेशा healthy होता है. So that is healthy food. Please start eating that. Very important myth is all fats are bad. No, not all fats are bad. Monounsaturated fatty acids, which are healthy fats, are very, very, very good. They decrease the risk of heart disease. They decrease the inflammation in the body. I would want to elaborate a couple of important stuff which have healthy fat is coconuts. Coconuts have amazing healthy fat. You have avocado, you have whole eggs, you have nuts, you have nut butter, Greek yogurt, you have flax seeds, you have chia seeds, olive oil, spirulina. Spirulina is a rich source of not just healthy fats but also proteins, and it's also amazing probiotic if you can incorporate it well and good. So these are all healthy fats. A healthy amount of fat is very much essential as a fuel for our body. So not all fats are unhealthy. Yes. Second important thing I want to tell you is what are the foods to cut down and what are the foods to incorporate in our diet in case if we want to lose weight and we just want to make this entire process easy. Start incorporating green leafy vegetables in your diet. Start incorporating fruits in your diet. Avoid eating refined sugar. Start including almonds. Start including walnuts in your diet if you can afford to. As I told you, sattu, chana. Chana is very good source of protein. You can munch it. You can have makhana or foxnut if you feel like. All these are very, very, very healthy foods, and they also aid in weight loss and weight management again. What are the foods to cut down? Now, I want you to remember that processed sugar is very bad. In case if you feel like having something sweet, try having honey in your tea instead of, and milk instead of sugar. Try having jaggery or gur. Halwe mein banana ho aapko ghee ka halwa, start including gur in it instead of sugar. So stop having those refined processed sugars. Stop having aerated drinks, ice creams, chocolates, pastries, maida, pav, and too much of processed cheese, anything which has preservatives. Alcohol also is responsible to increase the fats, unhealthy fats in our body. So please stay away from alcohol if you can. Generally, I always tell my patients that please stay away from smoking and alcohol, because yes, they have some really serious side effects on the health of a human being. So yes, aerated drinks, any form of aerated drinks, irrespective of whether you feel that they might just give you a kick or they might just help you not go to sleep, please stay away from it. Excessive amount of caffeine again is not good for health. So these are all the basic stuff, your fries, your crisps, your anything that is ready made which has preservatives and artificial sweeteners and flavors in it, packaged food, please avoid consuming them. Now, why is it so important to be of an appropriate weight? What are the harmful effects of obesity or excessive weight gain on our body? Obesity is now actually a very common rampant problem, which is also one of an immunocompromised state because of all the problems that it comes along with. It decreases the life expectancy of a human being. It leads to less of mobility, resulting in the complications associated with less of mobility like deep vein thrombosis. It can lead to bone and joint problem like osteoarthritis. It also is one of the reasons of low self-esteem and depression in many people who do not like the way they are. And unfortunately, even though they do not like the way they are not able to just get up and take charge of their life and work towards combating it. So yes, it is one of a major problem which leads to psychological problems as well. Your anxiety, depression, lower self-esteem. It leads to heart diseases, increased cholesterol, deranged lipids, your hypertension, which is high blood pressure, stroke, coronary artery diseases. So these are all the harmful complications which are seen on the heart because of obesity. Increased stress, it can lead to increased chances of having hernia. It leads to type 2 diabetes, gallbladder stones, sleep apnea and breathing disorders. It decreases the mobility, and it leads to a lot of other problems as well, not just psychologically but even systemically. That is the reason why it is very, very, very important to realize when you yourself are overweight. If you've already overweight, please do not panic, but please take charge of your life. Do not get into crash diets and crash pills which claim. And please do not compare yourself to somebody else on the social media. We do not know that somebody who has lost loads and loads of weight has probably undergone a weight reduction surgery and is probably not wanting to tell the social media. So please do not compare yourself to anyone on the social media. Be the better version of yourself each moment. Challenge yourself every day to work towards achieving the goals that you want in life, especially physically as well. So please, that is very important that I want you to take care. Do not self-medicate. There are other problems like hypothyroidism and other hormonal disorders which also lead to obesity. In case if you think that by doing all these basic things you are unable to tackle it, please go and see a consultant. They will really evaluate you and help you to lose weight in a healthy manner. Get yourself corrected, get yourself diagnosed, start living healthy from this time onwards, and that is the most important thing. Again, a reminder, do not self-medicate yourself. Love yourself. You deserve a lot of love. Your body deserves a lot of love. And yes, please start meditating. As I always advocate, it decreases your stress level, keeps you a little charged up, and it just increases your focus. We are going to talk about intermittent fasting very soon. I want you to know, again, the last important thing that I want you to take away is stay in a calorie deficit, which is your expenditure of calories should be much more than your income of calories. So what you eat should not be more than what you burn. So this is the mainstay of losing weight, which is calorie deficit. We're going to come up with many videos on intermittent fasting and many others in the upcoming videos. So please stay connected. If you have really liked this video, please like and share. Your feedback is important. You take care, stay healthy, stay fine. See you again with another video. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love and light. Take care. Thank you again. Jai Hind.